breaking news. Eagles making big moves. It's a busy week for the Philadelphia Eagles, and our general manager, Howie Roseman, is working tirelessly to prepare the team for the upcoming season. The Eagles have made some significant changes, and it looks like they're determined to reshape the roster. But what's the plan? Are they building a strong team or creating gaps where they shouldn't? And the big question on everyone's mind, what's happening with Dallas Goedert? Before we dive into that, if you believe Howie Roseman is a fantastic GM who will lead us back to the Super Bowl, hit that like button. I truly believe in Howie. He's smart and knows what he's doing, even if some of his decisions seem a bit wild. You can show your support by commenting, "I trust Howie, go Birds." Now let's talk about Dallas Goedert. The Eagles are allowing him to explore trade options, which raises some eyebrows. Goedert has a salary cap hit of $11.8 million, and since there's no guaranteed money left on his contract, moving on from him might seem like a smart financial choice. But is it really? Why create another gap on offense when the team should be adding more weapons? The front office has already signed 4 new tight ends: Nick Muse, Cameron Latu, Harrison Bryant, and Kylen Granson. Granson, a former 4th-round pick from the Colts, is a solid player with great blocking skills and reliable hands. But can he truly replace Goedert? If the Eagles are focusing on tight ends, does that mean they're ready to part ways with Goedert for good? The team is reportedly looking for a 4th-round pick in return, but so far, no teams have jumped at the chance. Why? It's simple: injuries. Goedert has missed 5 to 8 games each season, making teams hesitant to trade for him. However, since he no longer has guaranteed money, any team that trades for him wouldn't be locked into a big financial commitment. So why hasn't a deal happened yet? Maybe the Eagles aren't as eager to trade him as they appear. Perhaps they're just testing the waters and could still bring him back on a restructured 1-year deal, similar to what they did with Josh Sweat. And if that wasn't enough excitement, let's discuss the safety position. After losing C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the Eagles' safety situation is uncertain, and fans are starting to worry. Sidney Brown is in the mix for the job, but it's not guaranteed. Reed Blankenship's future is also unclear. Will he get an extension after this season? The Eagles could look to sign a veteran safety like Justin Simmons or Marcus Williams, but is that really the best move? Bringing in a 31 or 32-year-old as a temporary solution doesn't seem ideal. Instead, there's a growing belief that Howie Roseman might make a bold move in the draft. Don't be surprised if the Eagles trade up to grab the top safety available. Malachi Starks, Malachi Moore. The Eagles could have their pick of the best young talent at the position. And honestly, that feels like the smartest move. Defensive line talent will go quickly, but safeties? The Eagles could land a game-changing player without having to reach too far. Eagles' long-term vision, drafting for the future. If the Eagles are serious about building for the long haul, drafting 2 safeties isn't out of the question. Just like they picked up multiple defensive backs last year, they could do it again this year. They might grab a versatile player who can play as an inside corner or rotate through different positions. The goal? Develop young talent, give them playing time, and let them shine when the opportunity arises. So where do we stand? The Eagles are actively reshaping their roster, and things are about to get exciting. Is Goedert on his way out? Will the Eagles stock up on young safeties? One thing is clear: Philadelphia is not standing still. Now I want to hear from you. Should the Eagles move on from Goedert or restructure his deal? Do you trust the front office to rebuild the safety position the right way? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We cover the Eagles every single day. Let's gear up and chase another Super Bowl. Fly, Eagles, fly! But here's the thing, this isn't just about 1 or 2 roster moves. It's about the bigger picture. The Eagles are at a crossroads trying to balance keeping a Super Bowl caliber team intact while making bold changes to stay competitive for years to come. The big question is, are they making the right choices? Let's revisit Dallas Goedert because the situation still doesn't add up. If he's truly on the trade block, why haven't other teams shown more interest? Sure, injuries have been a concern, but when he's healthy, he's one of the top tight ends in the league. His blocking skills and ability to make plays downfield make him a valuable asset. What complicates things further is that if the Eagles are only looking for a 4th-round pick, it suggests they don't see him as a key part of the offense moving forward. That's frustrating. Philadelphia already has one of the most dynamic offenses in the league, with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith. Losing Goddard would mean losing a crucial piece, and replacing him with Kylen Granson and a tight end by committee approach is risky. Yes, Granson has potential, but he's not Dallas Goedert. If the team wants to remain an elite offensive powerhouse, keeping playmakers around Hurts should be the priority. On the flip side, this could signal a shift in how the Eagles operate. They've been focusing on younger, cost-effective players, those around 26 or 27 years old, who are looking to prove themselves for a bigger contract. This strategy keeps the team financially flexible, but at what cost? If Goddard leaves, the Eagles would be relying on a group of unproven tight ends, and that's a gamble. Now, let's turn our attention back to the defense. There's something brewing in the secondary that could have a big impact. The Eagles seem to be leaning toward youth at the safety position. They're not looking for a quick-fix veteran. They want to draft and develop their own players. And honestly, that's the right approach. Signing a veteran stopgap doesn't provide long-term stability, and if they're going to rebuild this position, they need to do it the right way. That means targeting the draft aggressively. Malachi Starks, Malachi Moore. There's talent out there, and the Eagles are in a great position to make a move. Trading up isn't off the table, especially if defensive line talent starts to go quickly. Here's the exciting part. If they land the right safety in this draft, they won't have to worry about that position for the next 4 to 5 years. That's how you build a championship defense. Let's not forget that this team has already shown a commitment to youth. They did it last year by drafting multiple defensive backs, and they could easily do it again this year. Imagine coming out of the draft with 2 high-upside safeties, one who can start right away and another who can develop behind him. Building depth. The Eagles' path forward. That's how you create depth and avoid those last-minute panic moves to fill gaps. So what's next for the Eagles? If they truly believe in this plan, we can expect some bold moves on draft night. They might trade up for a safety or even make another move for a defensive lineman. And here's a wild card. What if they decide to keep Goddard? Restructuring his contract could be a smart move. If no team is willing to offer a decent pick, why force a trade? The Eagles are playing a risky game with these roster decisions, and the next few weeks will reveal their true vision. Let's be honest, this isn't just another offseason for the Eagles. This is a defining moment. The front office is making choices that will shape the future of this franchise, and if they get it wrong, it could set the team back significantly. That's why every decision they make right now is under close scrutiny. Take the tight end situation, for example. If Dallas Goedert is truly on his way out, what does that mean for Jalen Hurts and the passing game? Goddard has been a reliable safety net, a player who can make tough catches and open up the field for A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Without him, defenses can focus more on the outside, making it harder for Hurts to connect with his top playmakers. This isn't just about Goddard. It's about how this move affects the entire offense. And let's not forget, the Eagles still need to address their running game. Are they sticking with their current players, or could we see another move in that area? If they're aiming for a more balanced attack, losing a strong blocking tight end like Goddard could hurt even more. That's why this decision, or lack of one, feels so crucial. This offseason could define the franchise. The Eagles are on the brink of making bold decisions, and one wrong move could have lasting consequences. So what do you think? Are the Eagles making the right choices, or are they taking too many risks? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're covering everything Eagles every single day. Fly, Eagles, fly!